I'm Karen. Welcome to 45 minutes of yoga. We're going to flow through some poses that challenge our strength and help you to develop long, lean muscles. They're going to challenge our flexibility, shoulders, hamstrings, hips, hip flexors. We're also going to challenge your balance. So I want you, all of those things are not easy for any of us. And so I want you to listen to your body. Take your time with this. Focus on how your muscles are feeling. When you need to take a break or modify a pose, please feel free to do that, okay? Yoga is not about competition. Yoga is about focusing inward and noticing what you need today, okay? All the while we're taking deep cleansing breaths in and out through our nose. You want to feel your rib cage and diaphragm expand on your inhale, deflate on your exhale completely. All right, so this is a Skype class that I videoed. So when I'm facing the camera, you'll either have to do what you hear me say or what you see me doing, okay? And I would love for you to take just a few moments before you start class to just take some deep breaths, put to the side anything that you're concerned about that happened before class. Put to the side anything that you're worried about that you're doing after class. Be in the present moment, be mindful, and let's enjoy this. Here we go. Let's go ahead and come to the front of your mat. Bring those feet about the width of the mat apart and walk those fingertips down. Let's hold onto your elbows and just very gently start to rock your body towards one leg and then the other. Let's take these first couple minutes to connect to your breath. Go ahead and let go of the distractions of what happened before class, any concerns about after class, and just bring yourself fully present so you can completely enjoy this yoga practice, get the most out of it. Let's bring your hands to that right leg and just gently take your nose towards that right knee. You're going to glance up to the ceiling, reach your right arm up and just gently twist. Let's make our way over to the left. Nose towards that left knee. Let's reach that left arm up, gently twist. Good, as you untwist, let's go ahead and walk our feet close together. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Reach up and back into standing back bend. And let's look past those fingertips, come on down. Glance up, lifting the tailbone. Let's lunge back one foot and then the other. So in plank, you can be on your knees or your toes, and you want your wrists below your shoulders. Let's hug the sides as we come down nice and slow. Nice up dog. Let's open the chest. Now, if up dog is too much on your back or your wrists or anything, you can always come to Sphinx when we're in up dog, okay? So at the end of an exhale, let's take those knees apart. Big toes together, let's sit back in child's pose. So you'll want to rest your forehead on the mat. Let the middle of your chest sink towards the mat. And just feel that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. As you go ahead and tuck those toes under and come to down dog. Now let's lift those hips high, and instead of being heavy into our hands, let's shift our weight back more towards your knuckles instead of the heel of the hand. That'll help your shoulders. And try to relax your feet and breathe. End of the exhale, let's go ahead and walk or softly jump your feet to your hands. Let's go ahead and take our right toes up to the ceiling. Hands towards that left leg, nose towards the knee. You can reach those right toes high. Your left hand, you could hold the ankle, that's up to you. Straightening that left knee just the best that you can. And exhale, let's go ahead and place the feet together. Let's cross your forearms, hold your opposite calf. Straighten the legs the best that you can, nose towards your knees. And exhale, let's release. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, let's take our right arm down, keeping those feet together. Reach the left fingertips up, and those right fingertips are going to walk down your leg. Half moon, that right hand's going to grab the wrist. Just gently pull. Rest your head, and let's press that left foot down into the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale a little bit deeper. Again, left foot pressing into the mat. And let's go ahead and come to the front of your mat. Standing back bend. And let's bring those arms down to shoulder height. Let's take our right toes behind us, engage your middle, find your focal point, and let's reach those right toes to the opposite wall. If you feel okay to lift the right leg a little bit, lowering the chest, please do. Warrior 3. Now gently lunge on your right toes, and let's lean those arms back into your crescent lunge. Looking past your fingertips and swing through. Inhale up. We're going to take our right foot back just a little farther, tuck the pelvis under, lean it back again. Good, let's bring those palms down. Left foot back. Abs are strong. Let's hug the sides as you come down. Nice up dog. And you can put a push up before down dog. That's totally optional. Completely up to you. So just staying in up dog, lifting those hips up high. Connect to your breath and feel that rib cage and diaphragm expand as you inhale and deflate as you exhale. Now let's roll to right side plank. So your right wrist is directly under the shoulder. Your right knee could be on the mat, or that right leg can be straight. It's totally up to you. Let that left arm hang nice and heavy behind you, and take a couple deep breaths in and out. Good, on the exhale, let's come back to the plank. And we're going to place that right knee on the mat. Extend your left leg behind you. You're going to want your left wrist and shoulder to be in alignment. Without shrugging your shoulders, your right arm is reaching. So your right arm comes out to the side. You're going to flex your left foot, and that left leg comes out to the left slightly. You're using the left side of those obliques without shrugging your shoulders. Deep breaths. Let's slowly extend back down the middle and reach. Good, hand and knee down. Let's sit our hips left and bring your left hand on top of the right. Good, let's untwist. Do a couple cat-cow stretches. And let's come back to your plank. So wrists below those shoulders, really lift the abdominals up, and let's hug the sides as you come down. Up dog, push up or not, and then down dog. So you are taking this whole class at your pace, taking a break when you need to. All we're doing is working on our own strength, flexibility, and balance. Let's relax our quadriceps, so the front of your thighs. And see if you can lift those hips higher and let the head sink. And on your exhale, let's go ahead and walk or softly jump our feet to our hands. And then fingertips on the ground, chin in your chest, left toes are going to reach up. Let's walk your hands a little closer to the right foot if you want. Nose towards the knee, left toes up. You have the option of the right hand holding the ankle. Completely up to you. That right knee is as straight as you feel comfortable. Deep breaths. Exhale, we're going to walk the hands out and place our feet together. Let's hug those thighs. Hold your opposite elbow, chin in your chest. Straighten the legs just to the best of your ability. You're not comparing yourself to anybody else. Just feeling your way through these poses. Let's exhale and release the hands. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. And let's take that left arm down, keeping our feet together. Inhale, reach. And left fingertips are going to walk down the leg. Good. Left hand's going to grab the wrist. Just gently pull. Rest your head and breathe. Inhale, lift. Exhale that little bit deeper, pressing that right foot down into the mat. Good. Front of the mat, standing back bend. Good. Exhale as you bring those arms down. You're going to bring your left leg behind you. Abs are strong. Find your focal point. Bringing your back to that tabletop position if you can. On your exhale, gently lunge on your left toes. Let's lean back into that crescent lunge. Tuck the pelvis under. Get a good left hip flexor stretch. And look past your fingertips. Swing through. Inhale up. Let's scoot our left foot back just a little bit. And again, lean it back. Good. Palms down to the mat. Right foot back. Wrists below your shoulders. Let's hug the sides. Come on down. Up dog. Push up if you want. And down dog. Now let's take turns bending one knee and then the other. Really loosening up those lower legs. And let's roll to our left side plank. So your left knee is on the mat if you want it to. Left wrist is below the shoulder. You could take both legs straight. Remember, you're doing what feels right for you. Feel that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract with each breath. As you slowly come back to plank, we're going to take the left knee down and the right leg extends out. Make sure your right wrist is directly under the shoulder. Let's reach that left arm long. That left arm can come out to the side. You could flex your right foot, take the right leg slightly to the right without shrugging our shoulders. Slowly coming back down the middle, reach long. Good, hand and knee down. We're going to sit our hips to the right and bring that right hand on top of the left. Exhale, untwist. Give yourself a nice cat-cow stretch. And with our wrists below the shoulders, abs lifted up, let's hug the sides, come on down. Knees down whenever you need to. Up dog, open the chest, lifting the head. Nice push up if you want, and down dog. Shift that weight out of the heel of the hand, more towards the knuckles. Really relax your feet and your knees. Good, let's reach our right toes up to the ceiling. Walk your hands back a little bit, nose towards that left knee. See how high those right toes can reach. And exhale, gently swing it through. Your right knee is right above the ankle, and you're gonna turn your left foot flat. Let's float the chest off of your right thigh. Warrior one on the right side. So those hips are facing the front of the mat. Shoulders are not shrugging, deep breaths in and out. Let's open it up slowly into warrior two. Your right arm is in front. Bend your right knee deep. You don't want to let the right knee collapse towards the middle. Use your right inner thigh. Eyes on the tip of your right middle finger. Exhale, reverse warrior. Left hand, left thigh. Take the right side of the rib cage gently away from the hip bone. Try to keep your right knee bent. Slowly back to warrior two. Right arm, right thigh. That left arm's gonna reach up. We're gonna slide the right hand down the inside of that right foot. You're gonna push your right knee and shoulder into each other. And on your exhale, the left hand can come next to the right hand. Now my right hand is gonna walk behind the ankle and grab the outside. So you started here. We're gonna walk the right hand behind that ankle. Hold the outside and the left hand holds the inside. Chin in your chest. Let's let that head become heavy to the ground. Right knee is bending and your right shoulder is sneaking underneath that right knee. Just do the best you can. On an exhale, let's straighten your right knee. Slide those feet as far apart as you would like. And just sink that head down. Lift the tailbone up and breathe. Each exhale, the top of the head can get closer to the mat. Let's take our first two fingers, make a hook with your big toes. Glance up, your chest pulls forward, tailbone back, and then the strength of the arms gently pulls the top of the head towards the mat. Let's take those fingertips facing to the front, and let's go ahead and start to bend your elbows and sink those elbows towards the mat. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths here. Good, end of that exhale, let's walk those hands up towards your right foot. And let's place the left knee on the mat. Hands on the inside of your right foot as you walk your right foot to the right. Let's sink that left quadricep forward. Make sure that right knee is directly above the ankle. Take a breath. Now, if you'd like to start bending the elbows, sinking down towards the mat, you can. Chin in your chest. If you'd like to stay on your palms, that's fine too. Everybody's going to be at a different level of flexibility. Keep those breaths coming in and out nice and deep. And let's go ahead and walk your hands up. You're going to walk your hands up to that right thigh. Now you may want to roll the mat up a little bit in the back to give your left knee a little bit more cushion. We're going to bring the hands up to the right thigh. Take your left forearm, comes to the outside of the right thigh. Look over that right shoulder. right hand, the back of it comes to the low back. Really bend your right knee and breathe. If you want to, you can lift that left foot to reach to your right hand. If that's too much, place it down and the right hand comes back to the low back. Let's all bend the right knee. Take one more deep cleansing breath. Exhale, let's very slowly untwist. We're going to come to our hands and knees, unfold the mat if you folded it up. Give yourself another cat-cow stretch. And let's come back to our plank, upper push-up position. Lift those abdominals, come on down slow. Nice up dog. Let's not let the head collapse. Let's lift the top of the head up. Feel free to do a push-up if you want to. Down dog. Exhale, lift the hips, allow the top of the head to sink down. Feet relaxed and breathe. Let's lift those left toes up to the ceiling. Walk those hands back, nose towards your right knee, left toes reach. And exhale, gently swing through. That left knee is right above the ankle. We're going to turn the right foot flat and float the chest off of that left thigh. Warrior one on your left side. Those hips are facing the front of the mat. Deep breaths. Very slowly opening it up. On the tip of your left middle finger, bend that left knee deep and breathe. Let's come to reverse warrior. Right hand, right thigh. Left arm up. See if you can create space between the left side of the rib cage and hip bone while bending that left knee. Face stays calm. Slowly coming back to warrior two. Left arm, left thigh, that right arm reaches up. You can either keep the left arm here or slide it down the inside of that foot. So you're going to push your left knee and shoulder into each other, and without shrugging your shoulders, rotate yourself open and breathe. Try to not grip the mat with your toes. Kind of wiggle those toes a little bit. Now the right hand comes next to the left. And your left hand is going to walk behind the ankle, grab the outside. Right hand grabs the inside, chin in your chest. And let your head just sink down towards the mat as this left shoulder sneaks underneath that left knee. Now you can always come out of this twist and just back into the lunge if you prefer. Take a deep breath in and out. And exhale, we're going to walk the hands to the middle of the mat. Straighten your left knee. Slide those feet apart. Sink the head down and take some deep breaths in and out. If you'd like to, let's clasp the fingertips at the low back. Straighten those arms a little bit and let the head sink down, straightening the knees just to the best of your ability. Release the fingertips when you're ready. Let's face our fingertips behind us. Walk those hands back behind us. Bend your elbows, lift the tailbone up and breathe. And let's face those fingertips in front. Let's bend the elbows, sinking the elbows towards the mat, and take 3 deep breaths in and out here. Dissolving that tightness down your hamstrings and inner thighs. on your exhale, let's walk those hands towards that left foot. Left toes face the front, and your right knee comes down. With the hands on the inside of that left foot, and our left foot's gonna walk left. So we're taking our right quadriceps, sinking it down towards the mat. And you can start to bend those elbows. You're welcome to come to the forearms, but you don't have to. I want you to listen to the signs that your body is giving you. Maybe you can stretch a little farther, sinking down. Maybe you need to back off. Totally up to you. But let's all use that deep cleansing breath to try to let go of tension and stress and tightness. Good. On the exhale, you're going to come back up to the palms. And if you want to, you can fold the mat up in the back to give your back knee a little bit of a cushion. We're going to bring the hands up to our left thigh. Bend that left knee deep. Make sure the knee's right above the ankle. Right forearm outside of that thigh. Look over your left shoulder and take the back of your hand to your low back. Let's all bend this left knee deep. If you want to, that back foot can come up. You're welcome to grab it. If it's too much, don't worry about it. Just place the foot back on the ground and place the hand back to your low back. But everybody continue to bend that left knee deep and breathe. Try to exhale completely each and every time as we slowly untwist. Let's place the left knee on the mat and go ahead and unfold that mat. And let's come to your plank, that upper push-up position. Lift the belly button up, hug the sides, come on down. Up dog. Push up or knock, and down dog. Lift those hips. Relax the quadriceps, knees and feet. And let the top of the head sink towards the mat. And let's reach our right toes up to the ceiling. Hands walk back a little bit. And as we bend the right knee, let's let it hang to the left. Feeling a nice stretch, opening up that right hip. Stretching down the right side of the rib cage. And for pigeon position, let's slide that right knee between our hands. Let's tuck the left toes under and walk that left leg back. If you'd like to, your right foot can walk towards your left hand. Just make sure you're not going to roll to the right. And let's walk our hands down the middle of the mat, letting our belly button stay facing the mat. Deep breath into the tightness around the outside of that right hip joint. Exhale, let's release it. And of your exhale, let's glance to your right, resting on the left side of the face. And let's let the back of that right hand come to the low back. Shoulders relax. Remember, these are all just suggestions. Take them or leave them. You're doing what's right for your right hip joint at this point. Slowly untwisting. Glance to the front. Let's take our left fingertips. Walk just a little bit farther, rolling that left hip bone down the mat. Forehead down, 2 more breaths. And that exhale, we're going to walk it back. We're going to open up the chest. slide that right knee back. Allow those hips to kind of shake side to side a little bit. We're going to come into our last plank of today. Abs lifted up. Let's hug those sides, come on down. Up dog. Push up only if you want to. Down dog. Exhale, really get this stretch while you can. Weights more towards your knuckles, lifting the hips, relaxing the knees and the feet. Let's let our left toes reach up to the ceiling. Hands walk back. We're going to let that left leg hang to the right, opening up the left hip and stretching straight down the left side of the rib cage. As you're ready, that left knee slides between the hands for pigeon. And we can tuck the right toes under, walk that leg back, even walk our left foot a little closer to the right hand. Not letting ourselves roll left though. Let's walk straight down the middle of the mat. Rest the forehead somewhere. Take some deep breaths in and out. Let's glance to the left and rest on the right side of the face. And as you exhale, let's slide the left hand to the low back. Allow your shoulders just to flop. Very deep breaths. Relaxed face. Notice where you're feeling the tightness dissolving. Very slowly untwisting. Let's glance forward. Take your right fingertips a little bit farther. Forehead down for 2 more breaths. And let's walk it back. Let's slide that left knee back. Allow those hips to shake side to side. Then let's come down to our forearms. Coming into the dolphin. So tuck those toes under. Lift your hips up. If you want to, you can walk your toes a little closer to your elbows. And then use the leverage of those forearms on the mat to press yourself back as you lift your hips. Gently knees to the mat. Knees apart, big toes together. Let's look up to the right and rotate your wrist. And then right hand palm up underneath the left. You're going to rest on the right side of the face and let your left fingertips walk to the front of the mat. As your left hand rests at your low back, allow those shoulders just to flop. Wiggle those fingers. Deep breaths. Slowly untwisting. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So look up to your left and rotate your wrist. Left hand palm up underneath. Rest on the left side of the face as those right fingertips walk to the front of the mat. And the right hand comes to the low back. Shoulders just flop. Deep breaths. Slowly untwisting. Come on up to the front of the mat, please. you'll want to make sure that your yoga strap is next to your mat. So you can grab it when we need it. So with shoulders down, let's go ahead and come into our boat pose. So we're gonna rock back after this boat pose. Abs are strong. You're welcome to take one leg up. You're welcome to take both legs up. Knees together if possible. Please listen to your back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come on back. And let's place our hands on our knees and draw some circles. Both directions. Now I'm going to briefly allow you to have the opportunity to come into plow and shoulder stand. If you know that these positions are not good for you, you're welcome to stay right here. We'll join you in just a moment or so. So strong from your middle, don't force it. I want you to feel your way through and just gently see how far back you're comfortable taking those legs. And let your knees sink towards your forehead. Your hands could either be on the ground or at your low back. And again, you're not going any farther than you feel completely comfortable. Taking that right leg up, toes to the ceiling, left knee sinking towards your forehead. Slowly switching. Right knee towards the forehead, lift those left toes up. And then both legs straight up to the ceiling. Straightest line as you can from your shoulders to your toes. Slowly coming back to plow. Palms on the ground if you feel comfortable, and just roll down slowly, one vertebra at a time. Strong abdominals. And on the exhale, straight arms between your knees. Hold on to ankles or feet. Knees down towards the sides of the rib cage. Let's press those knees apart and gently rock side to side. Just like a happy baby. Either stay right here or first two fingers around your big toes. Press those heels away from you. Allow those legs to relax out and breathe. Let's release. Walk those feet a little farther apart than your hips. And let's go ahead and walk the feet or heels and fingertips towards each other. Lift those hips up into your bridge. Great stretch for those hip flexors. Awesome for the low back. Lowering down one vertebra at a time. You're going to go ahead and reach for that yoga strap. Place your right foot in the yoga strap. Left leg flat on the mat. You're going to let that right leg come out to the right as you look left. Let's keep the left hip rolled down to the mat and gently pull so your right toes aim to the wall behind you. Very slowly bringing the right leg up. Strap comes towards your heel, foot is relaxed. Let's pull the leg towards you as you push the right knee away. In other words, the straighter that leg is, the better your stretch is going to be, even if that means backing away a little bit. And let's move that strap towards the ball of your foot. Flex that foot and gently pull it in. You can roll the foot out or in, that's totally up to you. Nice stretch straight down that right calf. Let's release and hold on to the strap with your left hand. Take it across the body as we look to the right. Gently pull, stretching straight down your right IT band. You don't want to force it. just till it feels like a good stretch for you. And let's release. Both feet in the yoga strap. Gently pull those legs towards you. You can even lift those hips a little bit if you want. And let's back away. Right leg goes flat on the mat. Left hand holds that strap as we take the leg out to the left and look to our right. Keeping this right hip rolled down, gentle pull. Don't forget those deep cleansing breaths. Good, that left leg comes up. Strap goes towards the heel with a relaxed foot. Gently pull the leg in, press that left knee away from you. Again, in other words, the straighter the leg, the better the stretch, even if the leg's not as close to your body. Backing away, that strap goes to the ball of the foot with a flex. Let's pull the leg gently towards you as you roll the foot out or in, if that deepens your calf stretch. Release, we're gonna hold on to the strap with your right hand. Take it across and glance left, gentle pull. Let that belly lift as you inhale and lower as you exhale. Gently letting that strap go. Let's lengthen the body from fingertips to toes. See how long you can make yourself. And on your exhale, just slide those arms down somewhere near your sides. Resting them palms up, eyes closed. You made it to your last pose, total resting pose. Let's make the most of these last few minutes. Let go of anything negative through your exhale. Through that inhale, let's think about breathing in peace and calm and focus. So let's pull all that breath to the very top of the head and allow that breath to flow across your forehead. Stream across your temples and let go of any tightness you were holding between the temples. As the breath flows across the back of the head, rolling across your eyes and your nose and your cheekbones. Feel the breath across the back of your jaw, straight down the sides and back of the neck, and rolling across the top of your shoulders. Notice an open chest and a relaxed upper back as the exhale flows down your arms, rounding your elbows, and straight down your forearms to your wrists, palms, and the top of your hand. Feel the breath between your fingers and all the way to your fingertips as you inhale. And exhale, moving the fingers, letting tension and stress leave the body through your fingertips. The breath rolling across the rib cage, one rib at a time. Flowing from your mid-back down to the small of your back. Across your waist and your abdominals. With a breath in Notice your hips and glutes just release and mold to the mat. Relaxing your quadriceps and your hamstrings and your knees, shins and calves, ankles. Feel your breath rounding your heels and flowing up the arch of your foot, rolling across the top of your foot, between your toes and all the way to your toe tips. Exhale, those toes just wiggle gently. You're just allowing tension and stress to leave the body through the toe tips. As you notice a calm surrounding you, feeling totally serene, better able to focus on what's important, and realize clearly what it's time to let go of. You're ready for the rest of your day. Let's be nice to ourselves coming out of this position slowly. As you're ready, you can bend one knee, placing that foot on the mat. And when you feel ready, you can bend the other knee, placing that foot on the mat. Rolling to one side so your bottom arm is your pillow. And gently pressing yourself up to a nice sitting position. Let's take a breath in, reaching those arms up. Exhale, let's bring your hands to the heart. Surrender everything in your head to your heart. You guys have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.
Take care.